I feel like this moment in 2020 that just like literally turned my life upside down in every sense of the word. I'm still processing all that happened. But essentially, I, in that year, realized that my entire, like with the exception of my wife and some very close friends, but that my entire way of operating in relationships was built on like codependency and emotional abuse. I still don't, I think it started at this my last job that I was at. I think that was it. That was the first time I was ever in like, I had heard the term narcissist before, but I just thought it meant like, oh, this person's really vain. I ended up working with people who were like diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder. And the scary part about it is that
Wow.
they reminded me so much, those people reminded me so much of my family relationships and my home relationships that it was comfort in that. And so like I was in a workplace environment where there was a lot of like smear campaigns. If someone saw you climbing up, they would just like, without like any remorse, like just launch like the nastiest rumor about you, and it would make its rounds throughout the office, and you have to experience these moments of alienation. I dealt with triangulation. If, you built a relationship with a colleague, someone would whisper something in both of your ears and break you all up, and here you all are not even knowing why you're not talking, but they still have like a connection to y'all. I dealt with extreme like psychological manipulation where, things that I would say or do, like someone else would take credit for it and there was nothing I could do about it. Being punished for speaking out in workplaces. If I saw maybe the women of color weren't being paid the same rate as white women paralegals, if I spoke out against that, like, like being punished with like really shitty evaluations, like that are rooted in like all these tropes as Black men, so whenever I would speak up, I would get an evaluation that says like, he's being aggressive, or like he's very angry, all these things that I am not.
Yeah.
But again, and me actually, and going through a period of being love bombed by these people and not knowing that, me thinking like, oh, they really like me, and really they were just like setting me up for like the psychological kill. And that cycle happening over and over again, and I ended up having to leave that job, but it messed me up. Like it sent me to therapy, which I'm always like, thank goodness for this job, because it was the start of my healing journey. But the scary part is that those behaviors that I saw, I finally connected the dots that, oh my God, my mother's the exact same way. It has been that way my entire life.
Man,
it's really difficult to share this. One, because as Black men, like we're always just taught to be so respectful of our mothers, but no one ever talks about what happens if the person who's caused you the most harm is your mother.